Manchester United women versus Manchester City women at the Etihad in the WSL. Manchester Derby is tomorrow. It is upon us. Let's get excited. This is your match preview. I'm Brian Martin, and of course, I've got my match facts, presser quotes, my keys to victory, predicted 11, all that good stuff. So let's get into it. First, your match facts. For those of us United States, the match is at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow morning. And it's 5:30 a.m. Pacific Time, so an early one for you West Coasters. And if you are in the UK, that is 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon. Your match official is Grace Lowe. The weather should be 50 degrees Fahrenheit, 10 degrees Celsius, so it's going to be a colder match at the Etihad. So we'll probably see some ladies rocking their long sleeves tomorrow. Now, domestically, obviously we lost 1-0 to Villa in our last WSL outing, but we are riding high off of the midweek victory over PSG at Old Trafford in the Champions League. Now, City, they are top of the table. They're top of the table. They beat Everton, and Chelsea stumbled away at Arsenal. They drew 1-1. So right now, City are top of the table. They're going to be looking to hold on to that. The opposing manager, Andre Jeglerts, I watched the presser, kind of boring, kind of flat, right? He was, of course, asked about Manchester United, obviously. He said they're a great team. They've done it very well. He was asked about Jess Park. As we all know, this is a bit of a homecoming for Jess Park. We basically traded her and Grace Clinton, Jess Park going our way, Clinton going the other way. By all accounts, we got the better part of that deal. So anyway, he says, I'm really happy for Jess Park. She needed a new environment. I'm just happy for her, but I'm not feeling or in a state where I think, oh, we should have kept her. No, we got a great player in Grace Clinton. We are in a good place, both of us. That was really the main highlight from Andre's press conference there for Manchester City. They're without Greenwood, Fowler, Carolyn, and Lily Murphy. Now, more importantly, on to Mark Skinner's press conference. So he was asked how to beat City. Skinner said, you have to invade them. You have to create spaces in front to be able to exploit behind, but then use the ones behind as well. They have a fantastic attack and are very good going forward, so trying to make them defend as much as possible will be key. I'm expecting a highly motivated team to play against us. A quick update he gave on Fallon Tullis-Joyce. He says she's meeting the doctors later today. I'm hoping she might be available for the weekend. At the time of recording this, I've not seen any update yet. So if we don't have Tullis-Joyce in goal, Middleton Patel might maintain or retain her place in the starting 11. And she did have a good performance against PSG in the middle of the week. So she's ready for it if we need to call upon her. So Skinner was asked about Simi Oujo. He says that what you'll see when we see Simi at her very best, her ability to drive with the ball. She can move people out of the way even if they try and stop her, like a Yaya Toure. He says she's a fantastic athlete and someone that once you see her in her full prime, she'll terrify. Of course, he was asked, like both managers, like the other manager, about Jess Park facing City. So he says, if you know anything about a player like Jess, she'll want to make sure that he proves she's a you're Jess is full focus and as Mallard is playing better. He's her license goal time. He says she's on equity cadence and maybe more effective. She plays so basically saying that maybe very precise. So harder to get the signs across. Not as improved. She was the best of her. Of course, Millie Turner is still progressing. Lena's back in training. She's been back in training now for about a week, I would say, but still seems to be dealing with that back issue. So again, I don't think she's going to make the squad. Now, my predicted 11 is this. Boom! I've got a graphic this time. If Allen is okay, I think she goes back in that. Riviere, Letitia, Janssen, and Sandberg are standard back four. Obviously, Janssen didn't play against PSG because she was serving a suspension, but in the WSL, she's free to play, so we have her back in our defensive line here. I think Toon, Miyazawa, and Ziggiati will play in the midfield, and I think Mallard, Turlin, and Park make up a bit of an attacking front three, kind of a free-flowing front three. Now, on Toon, he was asked why she didn't start uh, in the middle of the week against PSG. And then the question was phrased, and I'm kind of paraphrasing a bit, but basically it was like, oh, is she fit and ready to start? When Skinner responded, he said, yes, she's fit. He didn't say ready to start. So she may not start. Simi might start, but we'll see. I've got her in my starting 11. My guess is that she'll start, but I'm kind of 50-50 on that. Simi might start this one. I thought she played well against PSG. Some folks weren't loving her performance. I thought she did really well, especially for someone who hasn't played a whole lot, who's kind of coming back from things. Excuse me, water break. especially for someone who hasn't come back, who's coming back, hasn't played a whole lot. Someone who's kind of rusty. I think she had a really good game. And then of course, Mallard, Turlin, and Park have to be our front three. Now, the thing is, I hope that Park doesn't overplay in this one, right? If you've ever faced your former team or former club and whatever, sometimes you got a bit of a chip on your shoulder, right? You want to prove them, that you made the smart move or whatever, or if they let you go, you want to prove to them that was a mistake. So I just hope that Park doesn't overplay. Um, I can't recall which game it was. It was early in the season, and I saw her overplaying a bit. It wasn't obviously against City, but she was trying to do a little too much, and I think that hurt the team. We still won, but she was trying to do a little too much, right? So I hope that doesn't happen tomorrow. I hope that she, maintains her focus, and does her part in the team. Obviously, it'd be great for her to get a goal. That would be wonderful. But I hope she does it within the confines of the team, and it doesn't become the Jess Park show for the wrong reasons, right? So we want to be the Jess Park show for the good reasons, like we've seen, right? Like the Rawful goal that she helped to set up, right? You get what I mean when I say that. Anyway, we must win this match. We have to win. I hope you were hearing me when I say that. We have to win. I'm going to tell you why. So, if you look at the table, City are on the top at 21 points. Chelsea, they've got 20 points. We're in third with 17 points. And then Arsenal and Spurs, fourth and fifth, respectively, both have 15 points. Now, obviously, City at the top, we're playing them tomorrow. Manchester Derby. Hello, that's why you're here. Chelsea, they're playing Liverpool. Arsenal and Spurs are playing each other. So if we lose and Arsenal or Spurs win, that drops us to fourth place and further away from the top of the table, which is not the direction we want to go in, obviously. If we draw and Spurs or Arsenal win, that keeps us in third place or puts us in fourth place, depending on goal differential. All right. Now, if we win, that keeps us in third place and in the hunt. Doesn't matter what happens with Arsenal and Spurs. Now, I know you're saying, Brian, why didn't you mention Chelsea just now? They're playing Liverpool. I'm confident Chelsea will beat Liverpool. And so ideally, the weekend finishes, uh, you know, City 21 points, Chelsea 23 points. So I'm doing the right order. Chelsea 23 points, City 21 points, United 20 points, right? So still in the hunt. Now, if we get extra lucky and Liverpool do us a favor and we win, then that looks really good. That puts us 1 point off the top, right? And that would be amazing. That would be excellent. So, you know, obviously we are all Manchester United fans, but kind of a bit of a Liverpool fan. Hoping they can work some magic against Chelsea, although I think it's unlikely. Anyway, that's one of the rare times, if ever. That might be the first time I've ever said that out loud ever anywhere. So, shh, you didn't hear me. You didn't hear that. Anyway, so tactics to win the game. So we are unbeaten on the road, so that bodes well for us. But City are unbeaten at home, so it kind of cancels out. Now, we do have the best goal differential in the league. City and Chelsea are behind us in that regard. Now, speaking of goals, Bunny Shaw, right? You know the name, Bunny Shaw. She is City's goal scorer machine. You watch her play. She's dominant. She's powerful. She's a pretty good finisher. Reason why I say pretty good is I'll show you a little infographic in a minute. Now, two. Well, so let me. I was pausing thinking if I want to say this or not. So the thing is, we need to lock down Bunny Shaw. One, obviously because she's a goal scoring threat. Two, because she is tied with Melvin Mallard with 5 goals for the Golden Boot, right? So of course we want Mallard to win it. So we want Mallard to score and we want Shaw to not score. So a little extra salt in the wound there for City. If we can do that, that would be great. So if Mallard can score and Jess Park can score and we shut City out, that would be awesome. Now, speaking of Mallard, this is the stat I was going to show you. Here it is. Let me get this out of the way and put this up. So, look at this stat, right? Khadija Shaw, that's Bunny Shaw, in case you don't know her real name. Bunny's her nickname. So, 5 goals, 9 big chances missed, right? Now, look at Mallard. 5 goals, 4 big chances missed. Mallard gets a lot of flack for being wasteful in front of goal, but maybe that just really speaks to just how good this team in general is, right? Manchester United. I mean, again, you've got City, who's top of the table, right? Uh, Shaw's got 5 goals. Mallard's got 5 goals. Mallard's been a bit more clinical than Shaw, right? If you look at it, especially these big chances missed, right? So, um, just saying. I mean, and honestly, and I even said it myself. I was like, oh yeah, my water's been a bit wasteful. But after seeing stats like this, I'm like, maybe I should dial that back a little bit. You know, maybe we're being a little bit too harsh there. Anyway, let me know what you think in the chat. So other players we need to watch. We need to watch. We need to watch. We need to watch Fujino, her late runs in the box. We need to watch Miedema with her creativity, and we need to watch Kasperage with her service into the box, looking for Shaw. So I would say that Shaw, Fujino, Miedema, and Kasperage are the players that we need to be wary of for Manchester City. But honestly, like my thought in terms of how we win this game, I think we need to let City have the ball up until the halfway line, right? I think we need to sit back, not try and press them too high because they're clever and they're good passing the ball. I think that we need to stay compact, let them get to the halfway line, and then, press the heck out of them, make them cough up the ball because they will leave spaces trying to get numbers forward, right? Trying to get their fullbacks forward, trying to get balls to the box, trying to play penetrating passes, a lot of movement from them, right? So they will leave spaces. So I say we bait them in and then press hard, and then hopefully we can hit a ball either looking for Sandberg streaking down the left-hand side or to Riviere streaking down the right-hand side. Ideally Riviere because he's a bit faster. And then obviously, Turlin and Mallard and Park are streaking up the pitch to try and get on the end of the service from Sandberg or Riviere. That's what I think. I think we're going to have to kind of hit City a little bit more on the counter. Um, Now, obviously, we can obviously go down and set up shop and keep possession and score that way. But I just feel like we need to play a bit more counterattacking against City, at least from what I've seen of City so far this season. So all that said, my predicted score is 3-2. I think this is going to be a high scoring match. I know I would love for Mallard to score and Park to score and City to be completely shut out. I'd love for us to go in there and just like smack them up like 5-0, right? But I don't see that happening. I think this is going to be a bit of a exciting and nervy 3-2 win for United. I think we just have that bit of edge, that momentum, that extra bit of something, that extra bit of magic fairy dust around us this season where we just come away with it, right? So I think it's going to be a 3-2. I think it's going to be end-to-end action. I think it's going to be a high-scoring affair, but we're going to have to play. We're going to have to be on our toes all throughout the pitch, all across the pitch, up and down, left, right, whatever, front, back, center. We're going to have to be on top of this because City are clever. They're sharp. They've got good players, obviously, 4 of which I just mentioned. Um, and yeah, they're going to be up for it, right? Manchester Derby, Etihad, home ground, right? They're going to be up for it. So we need to go in there and stay focused, stay disciplined. I'm sure the fans are going to try and be the 12th man out there, or 12th woman out there. But we are going to have to be up for it. And I hope that you are up for it. And I hope that you are up for it to the point of watching with me tomorrow for my watch along for the match. As always, if you follow me, you know I cover the matches. So I will be doing my usual thing, probably going live just a few minutes before. So just turn on those notifications if you haven't already. Turn on notifications, like, and subscribe if you were new. But turn on notifications. I tend to go live maybe like 5 minutes or so before the match, right? I like to get live and get right into it. So make sure you don't miss out on that. And hopefully we'll be talking, at the end of the match about how we've got 3 more points and we are staying in the hunt, and how Mallard and Park both got hat tricks. Nah, but you know what I mean, though. Hopefully we'll be talking about a Manchester United win tomorrow. So please join for that. And I'm going to get out of here, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.